Going to the rear for engine changes. You see Robbie Gordon, his car was too low. In post-qualifying inspection, his time was disallowed. One thing, if you look at those engines, all 4 of the Richard Petty Motorsports cars had to change engines. They came here with a little different package to be able to run more tape on the nose to help the drag, and it didn't work for them, so they had to change engine in all 4 of those cars.
Just real quickly on Jeff Gordon's back, you're going to have more back pain here in your anywhere we go. Not from the physical,
stress,
but from the stress.
Yeah.
How hard you hold, tight you hold on, and you got to keep that right foot planted. That runs right up to your back.
Another driver who might be a little bruised is Matt Kenseth. Now,
Yes,
David Ragan won the race yesterday. His Roush Fenway teammate was not so fortunate. Matt was unhurt, but that was a wild ride.
Yeah, and you know, when you see a car tumbling like that, the driver really is not taking a real hard beating inside the car. You're strapped in so tightly, as long as it keeps moving, it's dissipating energy. Doesn't hurt too bad.
80+ degrees, nearly cloudless skies, packed infield, and a very strong grandstand crowd. Ready to see the world's fastest speedway and what it has to unfold for 43 great drivers. Sorry, go ahead, Darrell.
Talking about how fast it is. 2 hours and 39 minutes and 18 seconds in 1987 or 97. Mark Martin, 188 mile an hour.
They head toward the tri-oval, and unlike Daytona, the start-finish line is not in the center of the tri-oval. It's way down past the exit of pit road, down toward turn 1. Many a race has been won or lost between this point right here and the start-finish line.
DW, she's big and she's bad and she's bold and she's fast. Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time.
Oh, this is one of those places, Larry, where we're going to do a lot of boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go Talladega racing, boys.
Speed still building in the back straightaway. Still 2 by 2.
And I know you won't believe this, but you already know how good you're going to run today, or at least how good your car is going to be today. Because how quickly you can get up to speed is very critical on how well you're going to run today.
It didn't take them long to stay 2 wide. Now they're 3 and 4 wide through the tri-oval. Juan Pablo Montoya in that 42 car gets a push from his teammate Martin Truex Jr. He'll lead lap 1.
Yeah, and Matt Kenseth is running right up on the back of his teammate David Ragan. I assume he just wants David Ragan in front of him today, not behind him.
Now the outside groove led by Jeff Gordon with an assist from Matt Kenseth. But they are not gaining on that front pack on the inside. Excuse me, it's Biffle and Kenseth together on the outside.
Mike, a lot of these guys tell me that these cars, this COT car, really likes the middle lane, that it really performs well in the middle lane, and you can actually pass a lot of guys when you get with the right people in that middle lane. Kenseth is one that really likes his car in the middle.
And here he comes, straight up the middle.
And they say there's just a huge suck on this car from both sides, and it just pulls you right up to the front.
Junior and Biffle now in the middle lane. Hooked up trying to run down the front 4. 2 DEI Ganassi Chevrolets on point. Then a Richard Childress Chevy, and then the first Hendrick car is Mark Martin in 4th.
Just look at the run that group is getting on the high side. When you get lined up, you pick up speed. And now you see Greg Biffle's hung on the outside. Now he's getting some help, but look at the positions he lost.
When the outside really works is when the bottom is all clogged up and you get a little help around the outside and you can sail wide open and get by a lot of cars. A little tight yet to be making that work.
Cars that started on the inside of rows 1 through 4 are now running positions 1 through 4. It was the inside line that went first as Montoya continues to lead. And a lot of folks wondering, can the former Formula 1 and IndyCar star win in a stock car at Talladega?
He's won at Monaco. He's won at Indy. Can he win at Talladega?
Well, I think most of these guys will tell you he can win anywhere if he's got a good car. But it's really much easier here than anywhere else we go if you've got a fast car.
You can see right there the push that he was getting off into turn 3 by his teammate Martin Truex Jr. 197 miles per hour. Now we're seeing Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 get that push by Denny Hamlin in the 11.
Two cars, I don't know why, two cars can get a lot better run on that outside than a group of cars can. It's just something about two cars running together on the outside really makes a lot of speed.
It looked like Mark Martin went up to pick up Junior. By the time he got to the top lane, Junior was long gone. Now it's Junior and his former teammate Martin Truex trying to take the lead from Montoya.
It's like when you run that high line, especially coming off turn 2, especially if you've got 3 or 4 cars, or in the case of this, maybe 10 cars lined up, you get such a run down that back straightaway.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. goes to the lead at Talladega. Denny Hamlin is his wingman. They don't get any closer than just like that. And Junior Nation filling this Talladega grandstand comes to life. This is what they came to see.
If you're within 30 miles of the speedway, it's not an earthquake. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is leading.
And let me tell you, if he's going to make the chase, it's got to start today.
Darrell, you talked about him in the pre-race show. I just believe, I know this is only one race, but I think if he comes out of here with a good race, you know what, it's going to build momentum. If he does not have a good race, it possibly is going to just bust that momentum.
4 wide mid-pack with Bobby Labonte up top. Now they break back to 3 abreast, and the lead will change again. Montoya has picked up Truex, and the outside line moves. Krista.
Mike, the only thing Juan has said on the radio, he asked if he should let the 1 lead a lap. Brian Petty said, hold on, let's let this thing get strung out. We don't have to do it yet. Montoya's ready to go, but he's also thinking like a teammate, trying to get Truex those 5 points.
You can think like that when you're leading the race. You know, you got a lot of time to think when there isn't anybody in front of you.
He's not the leader for long because Truex with Kenseth and Jeff Gordon in the middle, and here comes Reagan. Yesterday's winner, David Reagan, in the number 6 with rookie Joey Logano up top. Where'd Logano come from? That would be 22nd.
They worked together yesterday. It was Logano that actually gave Reagan the shot that he needed to get to the lead to win the race yesterday. Oh, goodness. Boy, Jeff Gordon.
And around. He's car to the wall.
I think that was Jeff Gordon.
Here we go. 8, 9, 10 cars. Mark Martin's involved.
Man, you hate to see this early in the race.
I believe Jeff Gordon was the first car sent up and into the wall. Somebody
hit Jeff, and that guy started it. Look at that. Looks like a junkyard.
All right, boys. Let's go to the garage, see if we can get it fixed.
It's because it is. Oh,
Boyer.
Clint Boyer all torn up. Scott Riggs is in it. Jamie McMurray, Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, and more.
Let's see where Jeff Gordon is here, because you see the smoke first when he makes contact with someone.
And it's the car that was inside. Now here's Gordon. Here's Matt Kenseth. Watch the 2 of them and see if there's a puff of smoke.
Looks like Jeff has got cars on the inside of him, on the outside of him. Oh, and Kenseth just looks like he was leaving a little room on the bottom and moved up a tad and got into Jeff.
Kasey Kahne involved.
Oh, I think
Allmendinger.
Listen, when the field went by, there were only about half. It's only about half a field left.
You can see right there, Matt Kenseth just gets into that left front of Jeff Gordon, and Gordon goes up and gets in the side of the 71. Gilliland, nowhere for Kurt Busch to go. Brian Vickers, and they just stack up from there.
Look, that's a 6-pack into the wall, just all in one move.
And this is the way the big one works at Talladega. I saw cars running in the top 5 that were involved, cars running outside the top 25 that were involved.
Yeah, I hate that. The old Pepsi Challenger is getting opened up like a can of Pepsi.
Got Gilliland as he went around, who spun down off the nose of the 2.
Harvick. And look at Mark. Mark took a heck of a ride in the 5 car.
Now Kasey Kahne has climbed out of his car. He's okay. It's going to be easier to list the cars that were not involved.
Mike, when they went by here, and of course we'll see them on the track out here, that's half the field.
Most of the cars in the low groove up until then. Oh, Boyer took a hard shot after contact from Gilliland.
So did the 71. I mean, there are cars that were getting pounded in this wreck.
Let's look out from behind Jeff Gordon. That's Kurt Busch.
Man, just like that.
And again. And again.
We're done. We're done. Completely junk. Ken just came up on me.
Let's ride with Kevin Harvick.
Go low, go low, go low. Stay in it, stay in it. We're in it, boys.
And let's ride with Kasey Kahne.
Stay low, stay low as you can, low as you can, low as you can. We got in a minute. Hard on the right side, right front, right at the left side door. You all right, bud?
I'd like to see the Kevin Harvick angle once again and watch Jeff Gordon's car and see if it gets loose, Darrell, before the contact.
Jeff Gordon is right up in here.
Kurt Busch behind him. He jumps out a little.
I think this is just that's just the contact from the 17
Yep,
car
that was the
shot
first
him
contact.
to the right.
You're right.
Exactly what caused that. These cars are, I mean, there's a bunch of cars that are taking a pounding in this wreck.
Pick your favorite driver and
Here they
watch
are,
how
right
it
back here, and
unfolds
here
for
we
him.
go. Into the 71, the 24 into the 71. Here comes McMurray. Here comes Harvick. Marks on the bottom. 36 car. Here comes the 9 to 44. Piles in.
Bobby Labonte, nice job to get on the brakes and miss it.
Mike, I just counted 21 cars that went by here without damage.
Which is half the field.
And Jeff Gordon, you heard him say on the radio, we're done for the day. He's climbing out.
Yeah, that car, it got hit multiple times.
Pit road is now open. Let's begin with yesterday's winner, David Ragan and Dick Bergman.
They're going to take 2 tires and put fuel in Reagan's car, and certainly to win the race here at Talladega, you have got to avoid those kinds of problems. So far, so good for the young 23-year-old driver. Matty.
Martin Truex Jr., 3-time winner here in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. He is in. No major chassis adjustments for the one, just 4 tires to Krista.
Brian Patty reminding Juan his team is dressed in blue this week. The Tums dual action Chevy. They said they'll stick with their plan and go with 4. Do you want it tighter, Juan? He said, no, my car is a rocket.
David Ragan will win the, or no, Joey Logano wins the Verizon race off pit road with Ragan, Truex, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Montoya.
I think all they did to that 20 car was just put a little bit of fuel in him to fill him up. No tire changing on that car, it looked like.
Well, Darrell, the big one didn't take until lap 8 to unfold.
Yeah, I hate it when it happens early like this. It just ruins the race for everybody.
Under the first caution of the day at Talladega, Alabama, for this big crash triggered by Matt Kenseth getting into Jeff Gordon.